Okay. Uh, Seems like it's streaming. Back to custom Robo. Um, it's been a week because of Thanksgiving and stuff. Family. Oops. And I've been playing different games, so I'm not. Okay, here we go. I got an Ethernet cord, so hopefully that fixes. Or rather, I grabbed my Ethernet cord from my parents' house. Um, Hopefully that fixes my issues I've been having with internet dropping, and hopefully it's a Wi-Fi problem and not an internet problem. Oh, I forgot about that. If you spin too fast, your character stands in place spinning because he has transitional animations. I don't remember what the last plot point was. Was it the police tournament? 'Cause I guess this is the first day where my character is. There are no brand name toupees. It's the first day in a while that my character hasn't been given like a job immediately. 24% interest. Any parts? Nope. One second, I hear a beeping outside. There's a tree that fell down. I want to see if they're, or not a tree, a branch that fell down. I want to see if they're cutting it or something. Nope, whatever that beeping sound was, it wasn't a truck near the tree. Oh, I can just walk into anywhere. Well, like I said, I'm gonna start ignoring the optional dialogue and just play the game because it's not like I'm showing off the game. I mean, I am showing off the game by streaming it, but all right. Yeah, I was saying, I really just want to play the game. I don't want to talk to every NPC because it takes forever to do that. Even though there's a lot of fun dialogue. I'm kind of I feel sorry for this guy. He won a tournament and like nobody cares. This is interesting, because it's like establishing that we're the three best commanders in the country or whatever, or city, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is the spare guy, not the tournament winner. Except I'm playing an aerial beauty, not a air dasher, a air jumper. So it doesn't really matter that advice. Although I do remember that I got the acrobat bomb. I'm not sure what pod I like. They all feel kind of weird to me. Okay, so with the acrobat bomb, we're gonna have lots of fun. Because it, the way it works is that it shoots at your feet and does no damage to yourself. Although it does deal a little bit of knockdown, so you have to be careful of that. I don't need that new bomb, because I'm just going to use the acrobat for foreseeable future. All this advice is useless because I'm using strange parts. Or unstandard parts. Whatever you want to call it. Non-standard. Ooh, wow. Ooh, ouch. I don't keep track of the knockdown meter well enough. But didn't I fight her? I guess it was on a team. In the police tournament, I fought her and Ernest. But I guess that's a team fight, so maybe she doesn't consider that as counting. She uses the Hornet gun or something, right? Yeah. That's a fun gun. Hopefully I get it after this battle. Oh, it's gonna wind around to 6, yeah. I don't keep, like I said, I don't keep track of the knockdown well enough when I'm using Acrobat like this. So for some reason, I've been watching a lot of like Mega Man Battle Network stuff again, like YouTube videos and so on. So I think I'd kind of like to play. I've tried to stream Battle Network 5 and Star Force before, but I really wasn't feeling it at the time. But I might try and stream that next, one of the games. That's something I have trouble with. Sometimes I like start streaming a game, And then like 15 minutes later, I'm like, man, I'm really not feeling this, and I quit. And usually those streams I've deleted them or hidden them, privated them. But it's just something that I don't know. I guess I'm just not really made for this streaming everyday thing. Which, I mean, everybody takes breaks and stuff. But I don't get the people who sit there for like 8 hours streaming. Especially especially people that are like by themselves. Like people who stream for 8 hours alone. I don't get it. I don't get how they can manage to do that. Cause I get tired of sitting in the same spot. I mean, there are definitely some streamers who just like sit there, not talking, and sometimes I get to not talking. So I understand how that happens, but I don't know. It feels almost embarrassing to be sitting there not talking while you're streaming. I mean, if you're playing a game and you're like invested in the game or concentrating, it makes sense. But I don't know. I don't watch all too many streamers anyway. I'm more of a YouTube video watcher than a streamer watcher. Alright, got a pod, I think. I'll have to take a look at that. I don't know, I'm not liking the pod I'm using. I don't know, just like none of the pods in this game. I mean, obviously, they all do what they do, but I don't know, maybe I just don't understand pods. Like, I use them and I deploy them all the time, but it feels like I'm just mashing the button whenever it's available and not actually trying to deploy them strategically. And, like, that's always how it's been for me. See, that would be fun if I was like staying on the ground a lot, but I'm an aerial character. I'm playing in the air a lot. Stops in front of its target. That might be fun. Let's try that. Yeah, I keep knocking myself down with the acrobat bomb because I'm not paying attention to my knockdown rate. Like that. I just did it again. Wow. Man, that gun she's using is like a lot of knockback. Okay, I was doing better when I was in the air. Yeah, this is really interesting because it's like establishing that us three random people are the best commanders in the world. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the bubble gun, too, that I've been using. Like, it feels good when it works, but it's... I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back to the Gatling. And I just got the... Oh, I don't think I checked the parts machine. Okay. I was kind of planning on trying out that pod that I just got. I think it was a pod. Okay. Yeah, this dash attack is not very good. Oh, I did not see that damage pit there. Wow, his blasts are huge. Okay, got it. Ooh, the Sword Storm gun. That's a fun gun. But mostly if you're using a Lightning Sky. That's a long line of people. Oh, should have talked to the parts parts generator first. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, it's Rahu. Again. Ah! Oof. Yeah, the trick to fighting this guy is that you have to stay really far away, because he can deal hundreds of damage with that gun. Just like that. Problem is that he doesn't stay still except for when he's shooting. And it's hard to coax him into shooting unless you get close. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose like I lost last time. If I had a real bomb, I could probably beat him easier, but... yeah. That's the problem with using such a funky set. Alright, try it again. And I'll change my parts. Alright, this should be a little bit easier of a set to fight with against Rahu. I don't like the wall bomb because it doesn't arc. For bombs that arc. And I got close again. shouldn't have shot the second time because that pod was coming. Alright, one more time. And I think I'm going to use a different gun. Okay. Add a different bomb. Yeah, this is going a lot better. I always, like, overestimate the range of that dash attack on Ray 1. See, the issue with Rahu, which obviously it's a boss character, so it's supposed to be unfair, is that you have to fight it with scratch damage, but like any one hit from it is like 100 damage. There we go. Maybe I should have used the Gatling again. Ooh, get Rahu's back. So yeah, so it was pointed out earlier in the game too, but the reason all the trees and grass look like this is not because it's a GameCube game, but because they're made of plastic and metal. Wow, the guy named Evil is a bad guy. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would ever say that. Yeah, I still don't know what pod I like. It's the part that's always going to be trouble every time I've ever played this game. Oh, dang it. That's interesting. This pod's kind of like a bomb. Oh, is she using the same pod? Oh no, that's her bomb. She's using the wave bomb. I hope I don't lose. And I ran into the bomb. I do like how this game, when you lose, it just kicks you to right before the battle. Makes it a lot easier to, makes losing not so much of a punishment. I mean, losing should be a punishment, but, you know, I like it, because it's not, there aren't enough, I don't want to say all the battles are the same, but, since it's just your matchup against a set of parts, it's nice that it doesn't, like, kick you back to your last save or something. Especially because there aren't a whole ton of battles per save. Because I don't think there's a way to save manually. There might be. Should not have jumped. See, I don't understand why she would have her safety switch on to begin with. Because, evil people who want to kill people should be willing to hurt people with their robos. What a twist. I'll stick with this set. Ah. Maybe this wasn't the best set to take into a 2v2. There's too much going on. It's hard to avoid all the blasts. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize he had the worm gun. We're gonna lose. Well, I lost, so... Okay, I'm gonna go with something a bit tougher. Oh, I should have changed my pod to something more aggressive. They're actually both using really annoying guns. Oboro. I think he's supposed to be ninja themed, which is kind of funny because he's not he's not like, you know, really thin and stuff. He's like really he's wide shouldered, which is kind of odd for ninja portrayals. Broad shouldered. See, this is mind blowing when you're when you're the first time you see it. Because it's like you thought that was just the as a person playing the game, you thought that the map having a wall around it and stuff was just a game thing. But in the world, there's a wall, and the world is flat. The bathroom is the least suspicious of any room. I've always thought his animation for slapping that sensor was over the top. We're in space. If these sizes are accurate, that city in the dome is very small. Like, not the characters. The character sizes are obviously bigger, but like the road and stuff. But I doubt they're accurate. I don't know how big the city is supposed to be, but the plot in this game is pretty out there for a game that's about toy robots fighting each other. But they do explain why pretty well, which is interesting. Like, why toy robots fighting each other is so serious. That explanation comes later, I think. Possibly, like, immediately after this. And obviously, I do like it when silly setups and plots are taken kind of ridiculous worlds are taken seriously by the characters. There's quite a few jokes and stuff in this game, but I still like it overall. And there's, you know, there's gamey things where the character's like, go to the parts generator before you fight me. But I like it when characters take their world seriously. But I do like how this explains why the things that shouldn't seem that serious are taken seriously by the characters. I don't know if I'm repeating something I just said, but I do want to say that they do explain why the setup, toy robots fighting each other, is so serious in universe in a way that actually makes sense. You can actually get a funny cutscene here. Maybe I should say I'll go. If you say I'm not going like 20 times, the world ends. Luckily, it just makes you re-watch this one cutscene again. Everyone's following me. One thing that doesn't get explained in this game, and you just kind of have to assume, is how Z keeps getting in and out of the dome. So there must be another door, possibly that they're the only ones that have access to. Of course, the question then becomes, why can't the government or whatever locate that door? Because obviously it has to be somewhere, and the dome's clearly not that big. But I guess maybe they don't have sensors or something? And this is fun because it's like the only... Well, I suppose there's one immediately after it, but this is basically the dungeon of the game, if you want to call it that. So something I noticed about things I like, or things that I liked as a kid, video games, is that a lot of them involved like little computer world things. Like I like this, I like Mega Man Battle Network, I like Digimon, and all those sort of involve... I mean, this less than those two, because this, you create little arenas to fight in. But they all involve, like, computer worlds and characters living in it and fighting in it. And maybe that was just the style at the time with like early 2000s cyberspace aesthetics and stuff. I don't know. But I really like all of that stuff still. I guess it would be 90s too, more than early 2000s. Early 2000s was a lot more internet stuff, but I mean 90s also. Now, I do believe I get a lightning sky after this fight. Yep, that's a lightning sky. But I get time to go to the parts generator. Alright, I'm going to show off a setup that is really good against AI opponents, but doesn't really work if you're playing with an actual person. So a lightning sky and the sword storm gun. Like, this was my favorite setup as a kid. Because he just used the lightning sky, air dash, and you can shoot the sword storm gun while moving with it. And it's really good against AIs. Oh, right, I have to take care of this other guy that somehow beat Mira. I probably should have changed to a less exploitative set. Although really, lightning skies aren't all that great on this stage. Because you keep flying into the lava. See, this implies that he's carrying his Robo cube, even when he's mostly naked. I do really like the lightning skies, though. They're a lot of fun. Oh, are these guys optional? No, they're not optional. Okay, you can't go up there right now. I think that's only in the post-game. I think you can get into this pod here. In the post-game. To get a secret part. This is a fun set. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but... And I'm mostly talking the Robo and gun when I talk about sets that I like, and legs, because I'm not good with the pods and bombs. Clearly I'm not good with anything. Because it's a really short-range gun. So it's fun to sprint up to it with the little raiders. He ran into the lava. Ooh, formula legs. They're peaceful researchers. Although, isn't he the one who said that I can't go by without fighting them? Oh, actually, I think Caboose is good with this type of setup. Because I'm running away as often as I'm running towards them. The trap gun. This is not a good stage. Should have used this setup. I should probably check the stages out before I make these choices more. The illegal parts. Alright, let's see if this stage is actually good for ground-based strategies. Those ones with all the conveyor belts are not. Although, actually, the Little Raiders also aren't fantastic in these multi-enemy fights. At least not this strategy where you... Oh. Where you have to run straight at your enemy. But I made it through without dying, so it's all good. One thing about this dungeon, or whatever you want to call it, is that you get a lot of parts really rapidly. Although, granted, if you actually consider fight by fight, you get parts pretty rapidly either way. It's just that for so much of the story mode, there's a lot of talking followed by one fight, followed by a lot of talking followed by one fight, followed by like 3 fights, that sort of thing. And this is like fight followed by fight followed by fight, which is a lot of fun. What? My dash missed him even though it was like point blank. Or charge attack or whatever it's called. Okay, that's good. That's saved here because I kind of have to go now. So I'll probably stream tomorrow again. Thanks for watching.